Next, what we're going to do, we're going to use Wireshark. We're not going to do the investigation and opening of those packet captures, so those network logs. So one of the direction approach that we take on the digital forensics for IoT sensors, IoT devices, IoT forensics, we would do a network forensics. For that one, we're going to need some sources, some files, some evidence. And those would be the network logs that would have the activity, the traffic, and all the events would be recorded and logged on those network logs. So for our purpose of simulation, we have some Wireshark files that we're going to use it, and I'll show you how to open and what to look and what to investigate when it comes to the digital forensics. So we have two HTTP traffic PCAP files, Wireshark captured files. So we're going to use those viewing on a Wireshark. A well-known Wireshark tool is known for its capabilities on packet analysis and capturing those network logs within the network infrastructure. Whatever it is, communication among devices, users, and a combination of those two, the Wireshark is able to capture those and bring those and export those within those files that are known with the extension of PCAP file. So just open the first file and see the traffic. So what you would see three panes within this whole window of the Wireshark that would show you, first of all, the upper pane would show you the communication that was happening from a source to a destination among IP addresses within that network infrastructure. Next, on the bottom left pane, you would be seeing the whole communication that was happening, the package, so the payload that was moving around between the source and destination. And on the right side, bottom pane, you would be seeing the hex view and the ASCII code, which would help us to understand much better what would be moving within this packet. What was that payload? So this would be one of the way of opening the Wireshark. So you can use also other digital forensic tools for this purpose. And then the beauty of this tool is that you can apply filters. So you just want it, if you wanted to filter this and seeing only the certain type of traffic of communication, you would just type it this way, HTTP, for example. And that would show you only the HTTP traffic within this captured file. And then if you wanted to see also the port TCP port 80, you might be filtering that way, and you would be seeing all the port 80s that are communicating with this packet. Or you can use different things. If you don't know which filter to use, go to the Wireshark website. They have very good resources when it comes to the filters, and they provide a lot of explanation. And that way you would get to know and learn more about those filters, what would you use for. And the next file, we would be able also to open the next file, which is the next HTTP traffic too. So those would be just different communication that we investigate and we wanted to follow. If we want to follow the whole communication, how that wends up and ends up from the beginning, highlight one of those communication and right click that, select the follow, and then click either HTTP stream or TCP stream. So if you want to follow the HTTP stream, you would have this window, and that would show you this. So within that highlighted communication from the source IP to the destination, this was the request that was sent over the HTTP over the network. And that was, you would see the credentials. Why we see the clear text credential is that this way there is no encryption used within this communication. And since it's that way, and we know that those IoT devices would have very limited capabilities when it comes to the computational power, so we will not be able to implement any type of encryption. And that's why we would be spotting and knowing those credentials and seeing in the clear text here at the Wireshark too. The other thing that I wanted to bring is an example of login events. So whenever you would have those logging events, you might be seeing this kind of things. Attempts that are trying to have access from that IP towards certain type of port and what kind of protocol has been used. And you see that whenever it's failed and accepted those communications. So this might be potential event log that shows that kind of attempts of brute forcing or flooded by a lot of packets that were trying to brute force our environment, in this case, our IoT system. And what you would do, you would get this one and capture and analyze further for any patterns or trends that might be an attempt tried several times, hundreds or thousands of times, that would be suspicious for brute force.